Alright, Platinum City Live, bust this, stop the crime, listen to us rhyme, we back at you. Sitting here with my man Haze.
What?
Haze the Ripper. Yeah. Hey, so Haze, he just gave us an electrifying performance once again. And spitting some of the realest positive hip hop that money can buy or find. Hey, what part, where you from, Haze? Where you coming from?
Man, I'm from all over Kentucky. Various parts, man. Up in Portland, up in Shepherdsville, in Greensboro, all over Kentucky, man.
All over Kentucky, all over Kentucky. So, obviously, listen, if you don't know, yeah, a lot of people don't think there's anything in Kentucky other than horses and cornfields. But there are a lot of poor people in Kentucky.
Right.
Black folks and white folks. And just like every other impoverished community in America, these impoverished communities in Kentucky are struggling with the same issues you hear rappers talking about in their music. There's a lot of gang violence, there's a lot of hip hop, there's a lot of drugs, there's a lot of sexual immorality. Let me throw that out there. Because these things are torturing our youth. It might look fun to them.
And our women.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Brother said in a song tonight, you know what I'm saying, he knows a lot of lesbians with stretch marks.
Right.
Talk to me.
Y'all.
Talk to me. Man's mother was 15 years old when she gave birth to him. And he's just an incredibly articulate young man who's a positive rapper, needs support, needs financial support, needs a bigger crowd of an audience, you know what I'm saying, so he can be effective in the work that he does. What we cannot afford to happen is let people like him, artists like him, continue to go and slave away, doing slave labor, wasting their lives, and not being the impact that God knows they can be in this world. That being said, you got a lot of positivity, you got a strong message in your music. How long you been rapping?
Man, I've been rapping since I came out of the womb. First song I knew every word to was Straight Outta Compton.
Word? Straight out of Compton?
Straight Outta Compton, man. When I was a little kid, I wanted to be Ice Cube, you know what I'm saying?
What part of town was you living there when you wanted, what part of Kentucky was you living there when you wanted?
Man, in Bullitt County.
Bullitt County?
Bullitt County,
You
man.
listening to Straight Outta Compton? How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 21 years old.
21. So how long ago was that? How old was you when this is going on?
Man, I started listening to real hip hop when I was young, like 6 years old. I was into Rakim, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I heard him, Eric B. My first name's Eric, so I seen Eric B. I'm like, all right, cool, you know what I mean? Little kid shit. And then I heard Rakim spit, and I was like, yo, this is not like anything I've ever heard before. I started listening to the way he would break down. He would talk about how to write his metaphors, and he would put his dots on the paper and sketch it out, and he'd build something out of it, and he could make words come alive like people with saxophones could without words. So I was like, yo, if they can do that without words, I can do that with words too. Started looking up to him, Nas, and then as I got a little bit older, I started really understanding what they were saying, and it was more than just dope rhymes, you know?
Yeah.
And that's when I started putting my heart and my soul, my religiousness, spirituality, and love for humanity into it.
Now I gotta say this because a lot of people are not gonna give us credence. But the fact of the matter is that a lot of people know what hip hop was created for. It was created to be a mechanism, something we could use as opposed to resorting to gang violence, resorting to knives and stabbing each other up, resorting to fist fights. We can break dance, we're gonna get on the microphone, we're gonna use our mind, we're gonna use our talents and our skills to work out our differences, right? And so, I know, let me go ahead and say this, a lot of people in the African American community, they look at an MC like an Eminem or another hot rapper that might be white, and they say, oh, they stealing our craft. What this young man just said about the impact artists like Rakim had on him, Nas, all right, your Big Daddy Kane's, even your Ice Cube. What hip hop has done to this young man, that is what we wanted hip hop to do.
That's what hip hop is. Hip hop doesn't care what color you are. It cares what you are inside. What color are you on the inside? To me, it's if we come together, we can unify each other. The most versatile art form in the world is hip hop. You're not gonna find something that has people from every nationality, don't even know what you're saying, and they're rocking it, man. And everybody can relate to struggling, to using poetry, because that's what it is, man. It's poetry to the beat. We can take it a cappella, and it's a poem right there, spoken word.
Yeah, man. So if you don't know me, obviously you're on my page, but Jabril Israel. I wrote the book Ali 400, The Blueprint to Saving the World with Positive Hip Hop, one community at a time, 4 dummies. Wrote that book because fuckers don't understand the importance of supporting people like you, supporting that craft. Because whether or not you want to admit it and agree with me, we all know the children are our future. And across the world, the children of hip hop. What does that mean? Point blank in the discussion. We got to support the positive that's coming out, and we got to lift these kids up. Look, if you lift up 100 positive rappers in your local community, then you can offset the damage that Nicki Minaj is doing to the little girls. You can offset the damage that your Lil Waynes, your Rick Rosses, and your Futures are doing to the little kids. You can offset the damage that your Chief Keefs and your Lil Uzi Verts and your Lil Yachty's are doing to the kids. If you lift up these local positive rappers, and guess what? They don't cost as much. All right? This is dumb math. And we're launching a foundation to be able to not. This kid, he paid $100 to get this competition out.
2 songs.
Now, obviously, you can win $2,000. That's great. Right. But we're trying to raise $250,000 with this crowdfunding campaign off the gate. First and foremost, first thing we want to do is put money in the artist's pocket. So if we reach that goal, and I want you to know this, all the artists that involved get a $1,500 stipend because you're creating the fabric that's enabling us to get this message across to the world. But $1,500 is dropped in the bucket when you look at what it takes to survive over the course of the year. That's not going to get these artists by over the course of the year so they can be free to pursue their craft. We're going to have to be able to do more creative things to grow their brands, help them grow their audiences, and be able to make a sustainable living. Say $50,000 a year at least. So they can, the average starving artist would jump at an opportunity to make $50,000 a year doing nothing but positive hip hop. A smart positive hip hop artist, if you give them $50,000 a year, they can turn it into $500,000 a year. You never have to give them any help again. You just created a leader that'll never go down.
And that's real.
This making sense. All right.
It is, man.
Yeah, man. So please stay in touch with us. Next month's gonna be even better. We got the press coming out. We got some local politicians coming out and saying no names right now. We will be making announcements throughout the month. Some of the biggest local activists have signed on board. Shout out to Christopher 2X. Shout out to Richard Whitlock. Ambassador Shabazz, daughter of Malcolm X. I got to give love to her. She's a big mentor of mine. Shout out to Sam Ellis. The whole Platinum City Studio family, the 502 Street Life Productions family. Shout out to Haze Tha Ripper.
And rest in peace to Muhammad Ali.
Hey, we love y'all, man.
I remember them cold winters with no dinners. Soul inners in a hole like the most sinners. Every day was a struggle, cry, sing what I pray. Every statement a hustle, that's why I mean what I say. With more Hungary, having the war, country cracking. No cord, bungee be lacking. You're more gonna be packed in. You're gonna be asking, how did it get this way? How many ships to save? How many drift away? How many singers and great thinkers? Plenty shit to say, but mouth closed, out souls from woes. The pennies hit the grave. Damn. Guns down, mics up, that's the plan, y'all. Say it twice, just to say it in your mind's eye. Sage advice, don't regret it when the time fly. Read the stars, or read these scars. Each keep a story while I bleed these bars. Can't afford to have another kid, she done had 4 in their mother list. Damn, at war with her government, up in the trap more than a covenant. Telling her I just hope she ain't selling her for that dope. She say, well, it worked for that coat. Off that Novocaine, so I cope. What if I show my pain if I don't? Oh, nothing changes, Lord, no. Homie, I can't relate to thee. We moving A to Z, improving patiently. Hazy, you chase the green. We planting paper trees. Now watch me raise the seeds. Homie, I can't relate to thee.